Hello and welcome back to Merseybeat Gardening. Yes, remember this? It's the Chilli Grow Kit Challenge Trio, and I started this challenge on the 22nd of February, 2 months ago, approximately 2 months. We're at the end of April now. And it's basically this chili kit that you can buy in Wilko for, I think it was $2.99 or $1.99, so something like that. I'll put a thing up. If you saw my first video on this, it's 2 months ago now, so you've probably forgotten about it. But I'll put a link up to where, and it's in the playlist anyway. It's basically to take this chili kit and grow them on all year. So at the end of this year, you'll see the results of the challenge and how these peppers were grown and what kind of success or not that we had with it. Even if you haven't got a kit like this and you're not growing along, it's still interesting because it shows you the process of growing chilies from seed to fruition at the end of the year, and seeing what crop we get and the life cycle of the plants as they grow. So it's time for the next stage in the growing cycle of these chili peppers. So let's see how we get on. So okay, we've got here three chili peppers. There's the cayenne hot, the habanero very hot, and the niger extremely hot. And I've been growing them here on the windowsill and checking them every few weeks to see how they're growing. As you can see, they all seem to have germinated in this little pack that you get with the kit itself. So I'm going to open this out now and you can have a look at them. These little grow kits. And here we have it. That's the habanero. This is the cayenne chilies, and these are the niger chilies. So what I'm going to do is pot them up, and you can watch me doing that now. I've got some small pots. I'm just putting them in these 2-inch pots to start with, and I've got some multi-purpose potting compost here and a nice surface to work on. So let's see how we get on. Now this windowsill they've been sitting on in the kitchen gets early morning sun, which is ideal for these chilies. And this what I've noticed is this Tetra Pak kind of like greenhousey type protection. It seems to be ideal conditions for chilies because they like a certain amount of humidity, and that's created a bit of humidity on the windowsill. Now I should have potted these up about 2 weeks ago, but I've left them a bit because, you know, things have got in the way, etc, etc. So this is the first time I've had to look at them for a couple of weeks really. They're drying out quite fast, the cayenne peppers, and the roots are coming through the bottom, which is a sure sign that they need potting up. Now I noticed on the niger chilies here there are some I don't know if you can see them here, but there's some green fly, which I don't know how they've got into the kitchen, but I can see they've been making a bit of a meal of these leaves, and that's why they're curled up a bit around the edges. So let's just get a little brush and brush them off, I think, before I pot them up. And I think these are the same. Yeah, there's a few green fly on there, I can see them here. So I'm just going to have to brush them off. Yeah, they're the habaneros, they're the Niger, and they're the cayenne, and they differ in heat value. The cayenne were the first to germinate, and then the habaneros germinated after that, and then the Niger chilies were the last to germinate. So they germinated at different rates, and you can see there's a different growth pattern there as well. These are the mildest of the chilies, the cayenne, which are perfect for. So they're relatively mild, the cayenne, but they're compared to the hottest chilies in the world, that is, they're relatively mild, and they rate between 30,000 and 50,000 units on the Scoville scale, which is a scale that is used to judge how hot chilies are. The habaneros is a hot chili, quite hot. It's certainly hotter than this, and that ranges between 100,000 and 350,000 on the Scoville scale. It's got a floral aroma to the chilies as well, which makes it popular for hot sauces and spicy foods. So they have a different purpose in cooking, really, the different heat values. The Niger is interesting because this in 2011 was recorded as the world's hottest chili. That was until 2017, when the current world record holder, the Carolina Reaper, took over as the world's hottest chili. So this is a particularly hot chili, and it virtually rates. It's off the scale as far as heat's concerned. It's 1,382,118 on the Scoville scale. So that's a pretty hot chili. What I'm going to do is I am growing other chilies and peppers and stuff, but I'm going to keep these separate because this is like a trial, isn't it? It's kind of like an internet trial, a YouTube trial. So we're going to try and just grow these on in their particular values. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the cayenne peppers first, the habaneros, and the Niger, and I'm going to pot them all up now as we speak. So I've just got a little brush here just to brush off some of these green fly that I can see. You might just be able to see that they're dropping down as I'm doing it. It's the only real way I know of getting these off, to be honest. I haven't no idea how they sort of came to infest these little seedlings. But often, I suppose, insects and flies can bring them into the home. That's what I suspect anyway. And if we just left them on, they'd be of detriment to the plant, really, because they just sap the nutrients out of them, and they can actually kill them. Yeah. That's fine. No. So take this off. And a few of these. There we go. Now we're going to do the cayenne peppers first. Let's have a look at these. There's the ones with the roots coming through. I'm just trying to ease them out of the pot carefully. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Let's try and disentangle this as carefully as I can. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 chilies, which is okay. So what I'm going to do is up here put a small amount of multi-purpose compost in the bottom there, and I'm going to put these in as deep as they can go. They'll only be in here for about 4 weeks before I plant them out into the greenhouse or into a bigger pot. So this will just be a holding bay. So basically I'm trying to get them in as deep as possible, and then take them up to about the neck of the plant. Potting on is great because what it does is it gives the plant fresh nutrients, because you're using fresh compost. So it's a fresh supply of nutrients for the plant until you finally find that they need a bigger pot. So you pot them up about 2 or 3 times during their life cycle, and by the end of possibly June, beginning of July, they should be in their final sized pot or into the soil in the greenhouse or wherever you're going to plant them. So that's it. Just repeat. That's all it is. So let's get on with that. So there we have it for the cayenne peppers. 10 little plants from the same kit, and for a fraction of the price that it would cost you to buy them in the shops, if they were full size, that is, or you know what I mean. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put these on the heated tray here. I'll put a marker in one of them, and they will be here temporarily till they get a bit bigger. And this is the garden, this is the windowsill, kitchen windowsill grow tray. And I'll leave them here for at least a week, if not more, because they get morning sunshine here. I'll water them in, and that's it. They're the cayenne peppers. I'm going to do the rest now. Okay, that's the habaneros done. You can see the germination rate is half that the cayennes were, and I think the cayennes are about the stronger looking plants of all of them. They don't tell you that on the packaging. Anyway, I'm going to put these on the windowsill now with the cayennes. Keep them separate so I know which is which. There we go. And next ones are the Niger, the world's hottest chili in 2011, but not anymore. Okay, so that's the Niger done. As you can see, we've got 8 germination rate on that, which isn't bad. 8, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 chilies in all out of this Chilli Trio Grow kit. And I've just been reading on the back here where it actually says thin each pot to 1 or 2 seeds. So the expectation of buying this kit and only growing basically 3 chilies, well, I mean, as we can see, we've got more than 3 chilies here, and you can grow all the seeds that they give you with the kit, and you don't have to thin out, and you can pot them on at a later stage, 2 months down the line. Now, 2 months might seem like a long time to get what is amounts to a little tiny seedling like that. But chilies are notoriously slow growing plants. They grow at a very slow rate, especially in their early development. So it will take 2 months. It's not uncommon to see them at this stage. But what is surprising is what a spurt of life they put on when the nights get longer and the sunshine triggers them into growing faster. So they'll stay there for a few weeks, and what I'll do is I'll water them now. I'll give them a bit of a spraying. This is to begin with, because they like a bit of humidity, but I'll give them a daily watering, and we'll just keep checking on them every few days, see how they're getting on. And the next stage will be another potting on when they get a bit bigger, see how many survive this stage first, and they may not all survive this stage, see if they do, and then I'm going to pot them on into larger pots and then into their final growing position by the end of June, possibly. Yeah, and then we should be cropping from end of July to August, September, that time of year. So that's the plan anyway. We'll see how we get on with them. I'm very encouraged with the results, by the way. It's such a cheap way to grow chilies. I mean, they're quite expensive to buy fully grown in the shops, you know, in May, around about May time. So yeah, it's a success so far. So I hope you enjoyed that vlog. If you did, then thanks for watching. And even if you're not growing along with it, I think the process is fascinating in itself to see how the plants develop. It's a great thing to grow chilies. I always love growing them, and they are related to tomatoes, but they grow much slower than tomatoes. And I just love chilies. I think they're great. So yeah, thanks for watching this update, and I hope to see you on the next one, possibly in another 2 months' time. And our Chilli Trio Growing challenge. There we go. See you next time. Bye.